unbelievable. I can't believe Shannon and the guys took the time to build this bike for me, even if it did take 10 years.
Danny Koker has been on TV for most of his life. In the early 90s, he appeared in 2 episodes of Saturday Friday at the movies as Count Cool Rider, and later on in his life, he appeared on 3 reality TV shows: Pawn Stars, American Restoration, and Counting Cars. Today, Danny is not just a charismatic reality TV personality, but a versatile businessman with an auto empire worth millions. Fortunately for Danny, the car customization business and reality TV are very profitable ventures, and his net worth is going nowhere but up. Join us as we reveal how rich Danny Koker is.
Old school muscle car. It is as clean as can be. No frills, no nothing. This is the toy that the guy gets in and goes light to light, and the only time he stops is at the gas station every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Danny Koker's foray into the realm of television was marked by his role as the host of the weekly B-grade horror film series Saturday Friday at the movies. Taking on the persona of Count Cool Rider, Danny captured the audience's attention and earned himself the moniker The Count. When he appeared in the series, Danny was part owner of an independent TV station, KFBT, in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he has always been interested in appearing in the spotlight. However, prior to his first appearance on TV, he had already graced a stage to showcase his love for music. The musical thread in Danny's life can be traced back to his father, a seasoned musician who collaborated with esteemed ensembles like the Oak Ridge Boys and the Foggy River Boys. Danny took after his father and dabbled in music. He appeared in the Koker Family Band and the Koker Family Singles. Danny's career in the spotlight began at 11 when he performed in front of an audience on stage at Carnegie Hall. Danny hails from Cleveland, Ohio, but lived in Detroit while growing up. The rich musical heritage of his Yugoslavian-born father played a pivotal role in shaping Danny's multifaceted talents. However, beyond music and acting, Danny's father instilled in him a deep appreciation for automobiles. Thanks to Danny Sr., the name Danny Koker is a household name today, and it all started with a '66 Mustang GT Fastback. When Danny was only 9, his father brought home a 1966 Mustang GT Fastback that he couldn't help but love. He would often sneak down to the family garage when everyone was asleep to go over every inch of the car. Danny Koker Sr. owned the '66 GT Fastback for all of his life. However, it was handed down to Danny when Koker Sr. passed. It is the pride of Danny's showroom, a car he would most likely keep forever and never sell. This car, however, marked the beginning of a new chapter in Danny's life. It set him on the path of car customization, but it wasn't the first car he customized. Danny customized his first car, a Chevy Camaro, at age 17, and since then, Danny has gone on to be one of the most famous names in the car customization scene. That popularity is also primarily due to his appearance in Counting Cars. After appearing on Saturday Fright at the movies, Danny took a 15-year-long hiatus from appearing on TV. During that time, he honed his skills as a self-taught mechanic and built his auto shop. Danny's first appearance on screen after the hiatus was a cameo in the award-winning stunt show, Chris Angel Mind Freak. Danny launched his TV career 4 years after that cameo, working alongside Rick, Corey Harrison, and Austin Russell on Pawn Stars. His first appearance was in 2010. For the next 3 years, Danny appeared on different episodes of Pawn Stars as an expert on everything automotive and the owner of Count's Customs. Pawn Stars was not the only reality TV show Danny was appearing on at the time. From 2011 to 2014, he also helped Rick and Tyler Dale on American Restoration. The show is centered around restoring old vehicles and vintage objects to their former glory, and Danny was always on hand to help with his extensive auto knowledge. Pawn Stars and American Restoration just didn't cut it. Danny needed to have a thing of his own, so he had his own show where he was the star. Counting Cars debuted in 2012 and quickly grew to be one of the most loved car-themed reality TV shows. It started as a spin-off of Pawn Stars, focusing on Danny Koker and his shop Count's Customs, where vintage vehicles are restored and customized. Counting Cars is Danny's longest-running show, and it's the show that made him into a household name. Counting Cars was so successful that in 2014, Danny was invited to The Late Show with David Letterman. Counting Cars didn't just bring Danny Koker fame, it also brought him a boatload of fortune. According to online sources, Danny Koker earned about $100,000 per episode on Counting Cars. That seems like a lot of money, but it is well deserved. Danny has worked so hard to get to where he is, and all that hard work has paid off to an incredible net worth of $13 million, and it keeps growing. Much of that money has gone into amassing one of the best car collections on the planet. Danny's car collection is studded with various cars from different eras, but with an affinity for old classics. One of them is tagged as one of the world's scariest cars, with a price tag of $1.9 million. It's a Shelby 427 AC Cobra powered by a 7.0-liter V8 engine mated to a 4-speed transmission. The engine puts out 425 horsepower, which is more than enough to rip from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds. No car collection is complete without a supercar. Danny knows that. Although not as expensive as the Cobra, Danny's 1983 Lamborghini Countach makes up for it in looks. With its futuristic design and pearl white paint, the Countach stands out from every other car in Danny's garage. He doesn't even drive it regularly. Danny put the car up for exhibition at Count's Car Tours in Las Vegas. The Countach is not the only classic Lamborghini Danny has owned. He used to own a dark purple 1992 Lamborghini Diablo, which was put up for sale at the famous Barrett-Jackson at a price tag close to $200,000. Danny's obsession with anything that has engines and wheels is out there for everyone to see. At some point, he owned at least 58 cars and 8 motorcycles. In an interview, Danny admitted that he needs an intervention to keep him from buying even more cars. But Danny doesn't spend all his hard-earned net worth on cars. Thanks to his wife, he has made some worthwhile business ventures that align with something he loves. Danny's wife, Corey, also basks in her husband's limelight and is said to be worth about $1 million. Like her husband, Corey also dabbled in TV. As a young adult, she worked as a camera operator at a local TV station before she was promoted to production coordinator. She also pursued music like Danny. She even launched a rock and roll band with her friends, but it disbanded after less than a year. Still, Corey performs solo at clubs and can often be found at karaoke events. Corey has also contributed to Danny's immense net worth. Right after they got married, Corey convinced Danny to start a family business that doesn't involve cars. That business turned out to be their Count's Vamp Bar and Grill restaurants. The business is divided into 2 parts, a place where people can eat in peace and another spot where rock and roll bands can perform. Corey is in charge of finding the bands that play at the restaurant, and they hold up to 300 concerts every year. That is a concert for almost every day of the year. Danny is still very much tied into the music scene. Any self-respecting fan of his brand must have definitely heard of his hard rock band Count 77. The band was formed in Las Vegas with help from guitarist Stoney Curtis and John Zito. The bassist is Barry Barnes, the keyboard player is Tommy Paris, and the drummer is Paul DeCivio. Contrary to popular belief, Count 77 existed before Danny appeared in Counting Cars. The band was established at a weekly jam session hosted at Danny's rock club, Count's Vamp. Danny would occasionally sing on stage, and that fateful evening, all of the present members except Tommy, the drummer, performed together. After that, the rest was history. As the founder and lead vocalist, Danny has made it a point to promote his passion endeavor frequently. Count 77 has appeared in Counting Cars episodes, most notably when the businessman built a gorgeous 1970s tour bus for his band. The endeavor was considered worthwhile despite requiring him to sell one of his automobiles and spend $40,000 of his own money.